Hey guys, so today I'm going to be comparing the POCO F4 GT and the POCO F4 camera systems. Now I'm going to do the conclusion first before going on to the actual footage and samples. After conducting my tests, as far as photos go and image quality, there is really not much between them at all. I think in some photos the F4 GT has more of a bluer tone, maybe more contrast in the pictures than the normal F4. Now when it comes to video, unfortunately the POCO F4 doesn't have stabilization at 1080p 60 or 4K 60. So any 60 FPS content, the POCO F4 does not have any stabilization. But when you're recording it, you'll probably see in the video, when you're recording it on the screen, it doesn't look that unstable until I played it back on my computer. And yeah, it was a bit wobbly, so the GT wins in that respect. But I did notice, and I've noticed some before with other phones, like the Xiaomi 12, I think it did, and some other phones. It's like there's a frame rate drop in the on the GT, but there isn't. I mean, the video files, it says 30 FPS, it says 60 FPS, but it looks like really jittery and stuff. You will see in the video, but actually when you're playing that video on the phone, it's absolutely fine. It's not until I drag it off, put it into Adobe Premiere Pro, then you get this sort of weird effect which makes it look like it's playing back at 15 FPS or something like that. So that was a little bit disappointing. Obviously it depends what you're going to do with the phone. If you do have an F4 GT, are you going to be dragging the videos off and doing editing and stuff like I am? I don't know, you're probably going to get a different experience, but I can only show you taking the videos off the phone, putting it into Premiere Pro, editing it, and this is the result. Now, stabilization was very good on the F4 GT. You have quite a wider angle on the POCO F4 as well. But stop blabbering on, and you can have a look, and obviously you can make your own mind up as well. Let me know in the comments as well which you prefer. Also, the POCO F4 I've noticed has a better microphone in terms of loudness. The POCO F4 GT, some occasions I had to boost the levels. You should be able to notice that in the video anyway. So yeah, watch the video guys. Put your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, enjoyed this content, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye. So we're going to go on a camera test. POCO F4, POCO F4 GT. See what's better. 1080p 60 on the GT, only 1080p 30 on the F4. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. I do like the GT, it looks nice. Let's go. So we're operating at 4K 60 on both the F4 and the GT. Both look identical really in terms of quality. What about stabilization? And that's where it might be one on stabilization. Let's go for a walk. I would run, but who really runs and records video? Who really walks and records a video? This is the stabilization. What do you guys think? 4K 60. In a moment I'll shoot to ultra wide on both. Okay, we're now on ultra wide on both of these. Both capped at 1080p 30, so it's similar. Well, it's exactly the same. Ultra wide 1080p 30. Let's look for stabilization. And also look around the edges of the video. That's where you sort of see most of the distortion in ultra wide. Let's stand still. Looking identical really. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. So 1080p 60 on the GT, 1080p 30 on the F4, standard F4. What do you think? I think the F4 has a more wider angle, and the F4 GT is more cropped in. So I don't know whether you're getting, I think you're getting a slightly more stable bit of video on the F4 GT, maybe because of that cropped in image. Okay, so now we're both at 1080p 30. Yeah, I think the F4 has a wider angle. So if you're someone who takes lots of vlogs or selfies, you're getting a slightly wider angle on the F4 than you are the GT. Something to bear in mind perhaps. Which one you prefer in here? The quality, there's not much in it, is there? From what I can see directly from the display now. Tough one. Comment below which one you prefer. And 1080p 60 now on both, and what do you think? There's not much between it at all. I don't know if the standard F4 is a little more jittery, is it? Viewing it from here, I don't know whether the GT looks more stable. Let's get on the bridge. Yeah, 1080p 60, guys. Tough one. 1080p 30 on both. Just going for a little walk, and at the moment there's not much difference. Even though you have the OIS on the F4, it's a difficult one to call. Maybe deciding which phone to have might not come down to cameras, I don't know. Dynamic range, the clouds are exposed, might be slightly overexposed on the F4. Don't know. Interesting. Hey Pidge. Don't make me drop my phone in the water. There we go. 1080p 30. Now, not much at all really to pick between the two, is there? Let's spin it around. What do I look like on the rear cameras? Not a selfie, but the main rear, 1080p 30. So you don't get no ultra wide on the front in video or picture. So try one. Ooh. That'll do for me. That's my exercise done for this week.